so it's really the embrace of the AI for the AI agent 2025, and of course talk about the MSP. So this is actually adopted version from the, I recently did a package speaking in front of the 300 people. I got pretty good feedback, like 20 people reach out as the best session of the day. Hopefully I can get some similar feedback from everybody. So some YouTube influencer kind of like a drama style, right? So this is a SaaS is dead. What is SaaS, right? Software, and this is based on the Microsoft CEO, Nella, right? One of the biggest company in the software industry, one of the most legendary CEO who turned a ship around super fast, right? And it's like a SaaS gonna replace every apps. The AI agent is gonna replace every apps, every software in the years to come. So it started with Microsoft, right? That's what they were looking for. So if it's not drama enough, let's get another drama, right? AGI, which is a buzzword recently, last couple of years. Artificial general intelligence, humanity's last invention, right? After that, we're done, right? Pick your poison, the Matrix, or Terminator, or Star Trek, whatever your belief system is, it's coming. So cool, right? Scary, whatever it is, when it's gonna happen. So we can be prepared. Depends on who you're talking to, right? Sam Altman, also myself, I do believe AGI is here today. I use AI every single day. We do the AI research. We have a whole AI team. Every day I'm shocked, my jaw probably never closed, right? So I stopped dropping the jaw anymore. I believe it's already here. AI is already smarter than me in so many areas, right? And some people say 26, 27, 30, 32, right? Again, right? Google it, you can find it. It's there, right? Of course, this could be like a hype, the buzzword, some medium want to try to attract the airballs. So then let's look at the money. The money talks, right? Money never lies, right? You can talk whatever you want to say. So this is the research Stanford and Goldman Sachs did back in 2022. It says AI is exploding. So look at this exponential growth gonna come in, right? Change the world. People threw the money like there's no tomorrow. So based on their projection, by 2025, the global gonna spend $160 billion into the AI, right? And it's growing so fast. It's amazing. We're 2025. What's the number? I did a super quick Google. Microsoft, right? This is the router, so it's not some like a Joe Schmo saying it, and you guys can do the Google by yourself. Microsoft, 80 billion, only on the data center to build AI. They're building the nuclear plants, right? Doing that. Meta, 65 billion. Amazon, 11 billion. Right?
DeepSeek, 6 million.
6 million. Well,
Which is, yeah.
6 million for that training. Before that, they spent about billion also, a couple $1 billion last 10 years. That's a whole another story. This is not include these 3 companies only on the infrastructure. Not mention the PhDs they hiring, the laborers, everything. And not include China and a whole other world. So it's a very aggressive prediction, and reality is way more, right? So if this is not enough, Stargate, right? 500 billion next couple of years. 500 billion. So this is no longer this, I think I give everybody a picture. This is not just like, oh, hype. There's some BS. There's some like people are crazy. There's Hollywood talking about, the YouTubers talking about. It's real money, real people. Right there. So this is all big picture. Well, we're small potatoes here, right? Compared to the billions. We're probably like more like at the million or less investment style. What do we need to do? So for me, I want to talk about MSPBots and myself, the AI journey, right? And this is I'm the MSP formal MSP CEO. I was the owner. I started my MSP about 2009, zero from a one-man shop, right? I used to own some retail stores, and started one-man shop, started building my MSP in about 6 years, grown to about like a 1.7 million I get really frustrated every day. I was in the multiple peer groups. I can always easily get SOP, right? Like this group, you say, can someone send you backup SOP? Probably 24 hours, you get 3 SOP, 5 pages each, whatever. The hard work starts from there. How can you make sure your employee actually follow this SOP? I have to pay 100K for our freaking, backup engineer, didn't check the backup. 16 days later, lost all the, a dental office has 2 locations. Cost me 100K, about like a month and a half, hard work, because they didn't follow the SOP. So eventually I'm like, nah, I'm done. I left my MSP. That's the 2000, if anybody take a picture, this is an article. It's wrote by this guy called Tim Urban. He's a very good blogger. He's so good, actually Elon Musk invited him to write a blog for Elon Musk about the SpaceX mission. Right, so Tim Urban is a pretty TED talker. So he wrote this article January 2015. I found it 18 months later, 2016. That's totally changed my perspective. I'm always, I'm a tech guy, right? Tech nerds, since 1999, Matrix. I'm like, of course machine gonna take over. But it's probably like 200-300 years later. My great-grandchildren's problem, not my problem. In 2016, after I read that article, I'm like, this is 20, 30 years. This is it. Humanity, 20, 30 years will be replaced. And the crazy part is, right, this is just about 10 years. This guy perfectly predicted what happened the last 10 years. Right? Read it, you can see what I mean. So that's my pivot moment. I said, okay, I need to dive into this AI game. What I need to do. So I started doing some angel investing in Chicago. There's an angel investor group. I'm looking for what the smart people, the startups, who actually put the money, not somebody just talk about AI, who actually put their life, put their money into the AI game. What they think about AI. Is it me hallucinating or exaggerating? It's 20, 30 years? Because it's such a big decision for my life. So after 2-3 years, I'm like, yes, this is real. It's keep it going. I started MSPBots 2019. I merged my MSP with my friend. Eventually he built it. Right now it's about like 50 million revenue, and I'm still an owner, small owner, but my time is all focused on the MSPBots. We have 120 people here. So, the belief system, at least my belief system 8 years ago, and my belief system today is AI gonna automate everything. You have a SOP, you have a position, you have a job, it will be automated. The question is which one is first, which one is second, and next 5 years, or next 10 years, or next 20 years. That part I don't have the ability to predict, right? So who knows what's gonna happen? But it's not 100 years, for sure. I don't think it's gonna take more than 20 years, and probably more like 10 years. We can up for the debating, right? Again, right? But hey, we just can't automate one SOP at a time. So what we did, what we can do, right? Like a small business, we don't have the billions of dollars, we cannot hire the PhD, and what exactly we can do, I said, be prepared. At least you can do is be prepared. How you prepare for the AI? Data, process, right? AI is magical, but it's not magic. You cannot throw the AI, suddenly AI run my business, give me 40% net profit. Not gonna happen, right? You have garbage data in, garbage out, right? And more important, the process. If you don't have the process, AI will not build a process. If AI is smart, can build a process from a shitty process, then everybody can do the MSP. If everybody can do the MSP, why you? Right? What's so special about you? You can build a shitty process, so does 100 million people can build a shitty process. AI can do it, you don't have the business anymore. So prepare your data, get your process ready. That's minimum you can do. And so that's what we spent the last 2 quarters. Really, we built this AI agent framework. So it support all kinds of components, all kinds of input, Google, Amazon, Anthropic, Azure, all the AI framework. This is the AI agent framework that we didn't build it all by ourselves. We're using a lot of open source components to build it, to leverage the data that we have, which I'm going to talk about it. So this is we already beta testing with about like 20 some companies, and I'll show you some of them, and we're going to officially release it in April. And this is we can automate any process in the MSP. The question is how long it's going to take, right? So what we can operate. So is anybody using like a Roost, Pia? Yeah, Roost is the RPA engine, right? You can call the OpenAI, do the sentiment analysis, some ticket, even do the ticket triage. We have a lot of common client with them. So something like a RPA plus ChatGPT, whatever API you call. So you probably do some prompt engineering, those kind of stuff. So this is kind of like the difference between the AI agent framework versus you code something, call the API. It's follow the predefined rules. Most likely prompt engineer only. It's a structured, repetitive task. It doesn't have the automatic improve, human feedback loop, all those necessary for the AI, fine-tuning, embedding, a rack database. So you have to spend a lot of time to building it, right? So these are the other ones. What other stuff we do, right? Like a sentiment analysis. A lot of, we had the bots before. We still have the bots. We have our client building their own sentiment analysis. They say it's much better because it's a 70% accuracy, called OpenAI. It's much better than nobody's doing it, right? Even though it's a 70%. But with the fine tuning, with the reinforcement learning, you can get to the 97%. That's the power of the AI compared to all the RPA. It's constantly learning if you know how to teach it. Right, you need to feed the data back, you need to do the fine tuning. So this is already live, we have many of the clients right, on it already, and we actually intend to give this for free to all our existing clients. Then, if you can do the sentiment analysis, you can do the span, automatic rolling, catch all. Actually, we dedicated with one of our clients. Our client have about 600, 700 employees. So they have one full-time person handling the catch-all. So our next 3 months is the goal is to automate that person's, catch-all, right? So typically a good AI is you go in, it's like, think about AI as this super smart MIT, graduate student, right? Never worked in your company before, never worked in the MSP industry before. It knows some basic knowledge, understand what is computer, what's the network, what all that stuff. So if you hire somebody like that person willing to work for you for $100 a month, right? What would you do? You still need the training, right? That person not gonna magically fix your catch-all problem, right? Even that guy, that kid, right? She or he, right? Super smart, super hardworking, no sleeping, no eating, working there every day, for $100 a month. But you still need to do the training. But the good news is that person can learn very fast. You keep telling it right, wrong, wrong, right, wrong. A couple months later, boom, you reach that 90%. So that's the whole AI training, the framework, right? We're working on. This is to be released to our clients by the April. We finish all this part. So what else you can do? We have an AI, we have a BI part, right? You have the dashboard, and you can ask AI, and any dashboard, you say, oh, this is number 7 is red. What that mean? You can ask AI, you can do the prompt engineer to give you the more detailed information, and you can keep asking the more questions. Can you give me an underlying data test? Can you give me the more business intelligence? What else? Phone call. We're working with the VoIP, right? So this is put the call recording, do the transcription, send the AI agent. Basically, all the calls you guys have there, everybody have this, hey, your call will be recorded for the training and the quality control purpose. When do you go back, actually do the training and the quality control? When shit hits a fan, right? And then like client says, okay, your John, he sucks, right? He did this, let me listen to the call. So what we did, we already finished the prototyping. We're working with the VoIP, So we have the BVoice clients send us their manual process and become the all AI agent. So but right now this is a service manager supposed to do. Go listen to the call, find the problem. If the call great, archive it. If the call is bad, right, we'll do all this. Go to the private chat, do this, do that. So this is the SOP. So what we did is we use AI, so the call hung up, recording generated, 15 minutes transcription generated. As soon as the transcription generated, send it to the AI. AI look into it, says, instead of thank you for calling my IT crew, this is Daniel, how can I help you? Daniel answered with, hi, sorry, violation. Daniel, you didn't follow the company policy, send the team's message.
I have a question. So when you're saying BVoice, are you saying BVoice the phone company you have
Company.
integration
Yes.
with? Okay. Is it the only integration you currently have?
Right now, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have an integration with them already, so
Okay.
it's a low-hanging fruit.
I just want to make sure I was following.
Yes.
Sorry.
Feel free to ask any question. Yes. So yeah, so this is just examples, right? Those are the things. What else we can do? This one, if anybody, how many people? You guys all do the QBRs, remote or on-site or both? Both. How many people are recording the on-site meeting? Good job. Record every single meeting. I cannot emphasize how important it is. The AI, remember, data and process. You pay whoever, yourself or your VCIO, 60K, 100K, whatever. Whatever in his brain. It's, if you want to train the AI, that recording is the one you use to train the AI. If it's good, right? If it's bad, AI can spend seconds, can tell how bad he was and how he did it. So this is the part of all the QBR recording. You don't need automation. Give it a try. So when you get the recording, right, do a transcription. If you do the online version, most of them do the transcription automatically. You can download the transcription. We use a software called Gong. All our meeting recorded and Gong automatically generated. So same logic as the phone system. You finish the meeting, you save it, take about 40 minutes because it's longer, do the transcription. Once the transcription finish, AI pick up. Here's what you can do manually. You don't need to use MSPBots. So far, all the people test this, and this is the best idea. Everybody needs good marketing content. And I rarely hear MSP says, I have a great marketing case study, testimonials, marketing content I can use. Either you use some vanilla content from some outsourced company, or you hire somebody to write some of the content, right? Maybe not very good. So we did some where's the prompt? Oh, I have another screen. Do I have that on the screen? Yes, I do, right? So you say, you open the OpenAI, $20, right? That's all you need to pay. So here's the transcript from the QBR meeting. They summarize every time you like about fill your company name, and use it to build a good testimonial for marketing team to sell your company name and book demo appointments. Break down the testimony into the different areas about the VI, the boss, next ticket, attendance, well, whatever your segmentation, phone system, whatever, right? And follow the testimony best practice, emphasize business result, how it's better than they had before. Also, please include a timestamp for the quote, right? So you type that one in and upload the script to OpenAI and be amazed, right? So this is the real, this is Ashken, one of our clients. I was doing the demo. I asked, hey, what do you like about MSPBots? Oh, next ticket is amazing. That's the best one. So tell me more about it. Compare you have MSPBots automatic dispatching with your human dispatch. What changed? Well, he just blah, blah saying it. By the time meeting finished, using that, this is the testimonial. I can put his picture, his name, his one, because I send it, hey, as we discussed, is it okay I can use this one for the marketing? 30% people were just like, sure, go ahead. And some of them like, no, I didn't see that. So that's the part where we're very careful. Do the verification, because AI does hallucinating. Because sometimes, they said, oh, the concept is, no, they didn't. They didn't mean that way. That's also, you need fine tuning, you need training, but the first version is 70% accurate. You can verify it, send it over. He actually replies, says, yeah, that's awesome, except that our company is we solve problem, not we solve ID, right? Everything else is great, you can use it. So this one, so far people give, because everybody struggle with the original content. This is a true people, true feeling, true story. And then, you're not only just that. You say, hey, whoever did VCIO, can you find that person, what it can improve, right? You should dig deeper. You should compare, before and after. Focus on the emotion, focus on the result, quantify it. That's a good testimony. Instead of like, what do you like about our service? Oh, Chris is awesome. Daniel is a really nice guy. Who give a shit, right? I'm here to make money, right? Nobody buy your stuff because Daniel is a nice guy. It's I saved how much money, I saved my emotion. So the good news, you can ask ChatGPT. Says, hey, I have a VCIO, I'm collecting the testimonial. What are the best way to collect testimonial? And you put a guideline. Then you say, based on that 45 minutes, what are the things the VCIO, John, Joe, Mary should do better? It actually gives you the exactly sentence what John said, and exactly sentence what John should be saying and why, right? And we're fully automating this part right now, because basically, if you have, some of the tools, you hang up 45 minutes later automatically. And also you can ask, I didn't put it here, during that 45 minutes or an hour, is any service issue that really should be escalated to the leadership team? Because guess what? Not every VCIO is awesome. Sometimes they hear the things, they didn't hear it, or they pretend they didn't hear it, and 3 months later, you get a cancellation. So AI absolutely can pick up that stuff. You need to fine tune your prompt. And like I said, this one you can do it not automatically, just give the $20 ChatGPT, use 4.0 or 0.1, it can do a pretty decent job. But if you want it better, you need to fine tune it. You need to tell it what it can improve, right? So that's another example. What other example? AI for HR. So we have this app, this is not published to the general, it's our internal usage. We call it Right People, Right Seat. This is the MSPBot. It's a simple version, it's a form. We collect the data from the employee. What's your disc? What's your 5-line language? What's your mayor's break? What's your career goal, right? What's your 3-year, where you want to become? And what's your resume? What's your job position? With all those data, we put it in. We say, AI, go put a 12 months and 30 days career plan. I can use for my one-on-one to review the employee. Again, 70-80% is doing awesome. You need to fine tune it, make it better. And also the employee, like a conflict resolution, right? So this is the sole on point that we do this all the time. Joe is a high ESFP, disc you typically need to pay for it, but a mayor's breaks is free, right? And Daniel with a high DI INTP. So these two people are constantly getting in trouble, right? They hate to work with Daniel. What we should do about it? This is actually 3 pages long, I cannot get it. So it's so on point. Multiple times I send this to my employee. Says, hey, go take a look, right? This is when we work with each other. You need to understand, Daniel's working 90 hours a week. Daniel's crazy. Daniel's busy. Daniel have no patience. Daniel focus on the result. And Daniel's 5-line language, the first is active service. The least amount is word affirmation. I don't say I love you to my wife. I don't say you did a good job. That means you're not doing a good job. I'll try my best, but here's what's going on, right? And your part, right, you're totally opposite. So understanding each other's style, and they also give you exactly, give a try, right? Just like, again, you don't need automation to do it. You can just manually do it. Hey, here's a disk for Joe, MBTI, here's Daniel, do this one manually. You can see how accurate it is, right? There's a whole nother thing, right? I just threw some of the ideas. It's, we have this whole 2025, the building there, AI tech intake, building the AI technicians, the QA, HR, and the create the BI, all those kind of stuff. Like I said, do your own research. You don't need to believe me. Maybe I'm really crazy, maybe I'm hallucinating, but AI is here. And this year it's finally landing, right? I mean, follow this. I've been doing this for 5-6 years, as MSPBots. I spend at least hour a day in the AI, reading, learning, and just like it's here. It's finally, since ChatGPT 2 years ago, I think a 2-year hype development, it start landing, right? So, I call it AI or die in the next couple of years, right? You got to make your decision, change what are you gonna do there? So we have a lot of stuff going on. So what about today, right? All this stuff is cool. What MSPBots did last couple of years before this AI game. So this is what my old pitch deck, right? Why I started MSPBots, because of AI. How are we gonna solve the problem? Use data, build SOP. Why? Because the people not following the process was, I believe, for you guys, a #1 challenge, especially your peer group. Process should not be a problem to define a process with the help of the peer group. The question is, can you get people, humans, to follow those, right? When they don't, sorry, Mr. Owner, Manager, you are the one paying the price for every single mistakes employees make, right? So your job as a manager owner, how to help people to follow the process and help people follow it. That's how you grow the business. So how did we do it? So we have the first, right? This is the BI. We have about 70 integrations. Start from 2021. We're building more and more integrations. Every quarter, we're releasing new integrations. Actually, about 70-80% of our client is coming from Brightgauge or other BI tools, right? So it's really just like, for me, prepare the data, give you the visibility. We have probably 10 times assets, functions, improvement than Brightgauge did. Chris actually was with Brightgauge for 5 years, a senior client success team, who was trying to save the Brightgauge client every quarter, now jumping here to help the people on board. So I always say, right, you cannot fix a problem if you don't know there's a problem. But there's so much data flowing, right? Typically, once you have more than 10 employees, you start lost visibility. You get surprise and a surprise and a surprise. And many times, unfortunately, most of the surprise are not good surprise. So the BI gave you the ability, right? CEO dashboard, CEO dashboard, whatever the financial dashboard, marketing dashboard, sales dashboard. So to give you the data. So it's my goal, our goal is really whatever the data visualization, what the data is, we want to put data in front of you. So it's great if you have the data, but what's the next step? I have a client, they send me, they have 15 TVs in the whole room. I'm like, awesome. You still need to hire humans to look at this data, click it, drill through, find out it's Joe, it's John, it's Mary, and you hire some guy pretty expensive, a manager, right? $80K, $100K, $120K, or yourself, chasing Joe or John or Mary. And say, hey, the number is red because you didn't follow this SOP. If you did, I don't need to talk with you, right? You should do your job, but you didn't. So number one, that is very costly, right? Number two, most of the managers don't have time to look at everything, right? So this is really the dashboard. I jumped ahead a little bit. So this is all the dashboard. We have, like I said, 10 times more assets than the Brightgauge. That's a lot of, probably we create a lot of trouble is we're too powerful, sometimes more complicated. Oh yeah, forgot about this one. So also the monthly executive summary report. We did a lot of improvement compared to many other tools. Everything's automatically generated, automatically mapped, save tons of efficiency, right? You say, oh, anybody who has agreement type equals gold, and agreement status is active, right? And the client is decision maker. Every month, automatically generate list, automatically send over, instead of some other solutions you have to do manually. So we did a lot of improvement for that. So you can basically merge whatever the data, from anywhere into a monthly report to help your client to justify why you charging them $2,000 a month.
Daniel, do you create the report? You just take the raw data and you actually create a monthly report, custom report?
We have templates, right? We have templates for ConnectWise. Most major RMM, most people can do the onboarding, boom, boom, boom. It's there. But you can add it, you can customize it, you can change it. Chris is handling that kind of with the team every day. Yes. So yeah, this is the one I jumped ahead a little bit, right? You have all this amazing dashboard, help you find out the problem. But if nobody takes action, how many times your service manager, your employee says, oh, I was busy, right? Well, which one is not busy? If you're not busy, you're fired, right? Everybody's busy, everybody's overwhelmed, and you can put as many TV you want. If nobody's clicking it, nobody's doing it, nothing gonna happen. So we have 3 simple steps, right? Trigger, alert, escalation. So from any of the dashboard, right, you can say, instead of a human to keep look at the TV, can I build a bot? This trigger automatically say which widget you want, when it's gonna become a problem, and start alerting people. Something like, hey Jonathan, right, our company requires a real-time time entry, which means if you enter the time entry, you should finish your time entry enter in 5 minutes. If you're not 5 minutes, it's not real time. It should be 0 minutes. If you really follow SOP, we're human, right? Never perfect. Go get it 5 minutes. But you waited 26 minutes. Sometimes I say 1700 minutes, right? And longer, right? So here's the fact. If you don't believe me, right? This is send a Teams message or email or Slack. So in real time, people click save the time entry. 2 seconds later, they got this one. And say, hey, why this one is important? And how should you fix it? Think about it, that's the 30-40% of your service manager or yourself is doing every day. Look at some data, find the problem that caused by human, and go, human, fix it. Here's what, here's why, here's how. Rinse and repeat. Once you get enough human, that manager alone all day long is chasing human, your business is not growing anymore because your energy is all sunk into fixing existing issue. So we automate that 20, 30, 40%, depends on how clear defined your system is. More than people, then we can escalate to the manager. Hey, boss has been notified Daniel 7 times this week. I don't think Daniel wants to change. So Daniel don't give a shit about the bot. Time to send a human, another human. And guess what? Sometimes that human, the service manager didn't work. So it's reached to the 20 times this week or this month. Miss Business Owner, you are the automatically respond to everything. So you should ask your service manager, why didn't you get it 20 times? What happened? Right? So that way we have this accountability. The boss do the first one for you. And with AI, we also have the RESTful API. We can go, if the people close a ticket by mistake, we can reopen it. Adjust the priority. Whatever API can do, we can change it, right? So yeah, there's some more examples, right? You didn't attach agreement. This client have 2 agreements. You enter the time entry, you didn't link any of them. Guess what? You're gonna mess up my agreement probability, right there. So all these are real time, you didn't attach configuration. You didn't include the next step, right? This is the simple, right at the next step. How many times you say, oh, you spent 2 hours, what's the next step? I don't know, I did the ticket. No, your job is close ticket, not do the ticket. It's simple, but how many times? This is actually one of our favorite bots there. So some real data, right? This is a real human, his name is Vipin, and before we turn on the bots, he's making this no next step. Is making about 15 mistakes average. Average about 15 time entry has no next step. So we do a 15 minutes training. Says, hey guys, we're gonna turn on this bot, right? And the bot looks like this. So if you didn't include the next step, you're gonna get dinged by this bot. So all you need to do is review it, go back, and change it, right? Click this one, time entry, add your next step, you're fine. Right? So 15 minutes, that's it. Any question, any objections? Most people say sure, some people say this is annoying, right? Well, if you do that, the boss is super quiet. Did not mention anything, right? So this is the one you look for. After that 15 minutes training, we're human. We cannot turn on the switch, then suddenly no longer make mistakes. So 15, 9, 8, 5, 3, humans, right? Bounce back, 4, then get about to 1 a week, and eventually no. Because that's the atomic habit, or if you want to learn anything, you need to repeat. The good news is the boss, unlike the human, you chase them a couple times, you get busy, you bounce. The bot is there every single day, responding in 2 seconds, 24/7. The best service manager you can have, right there. So the last one, right, the next ticket. So this one, we got tons of good one. So if you have a human dispatcher, assigning the ticket, panda the tomorrow green, right, they're human. So in that human so that's the answer there. You have let's say you have 10 technicians. You have 70 tickets open. All the 10 technicians showed up, says, hey, there's 7 tickets open. Which one I should do? So, oh, do the ones assigned to you. Great. There's 10 tickets assigned to me. Which ticket I should do? Well, look at either you elect human to make that decision, or you let technician to make that decision, right? If you let a human make the decision, the dispatcher, they're gonna look at the 70 or that 10 tickets, says, well, this client pay us $6,000, and his CEO is already pissed off. This ticket already been there 30 days, and it dragged a lot. So go ahead and do that first. But then the technician look at it. We're waiting for the vendor. What do you want me to do? Oh, okay, then do this one. So either they do that one, or they just either they do that, spend a lot of time, full time, that typically $4,000 or $5,000 position, and the most time we talk with the people, 80% of the MSP don't like their dispatcher. Because you typically give a level 1 or non-technical person try to decide what the level 3 technician should do. Good luck, right? So those are the things. Or if the technician do it, they look at it like, this is an annoying client. I'm not in the mood to deal with this. Cherry picking, random picking, or not picking. It's every day they spend 20, 30 minutes just picking the tickets. So what we did is we built whatever in your dispatcher's brain, we convert it into the algorithm. Use some kind of symbol. This list actually probably 40, and you can build your own. If this is Daniel's uncle, don't touch their ticket. They're not paying, right? If this is assigned to you, you are the account manager, do yours first. If they're paying more money, do this. If the sentiment is really bad, if, then we do all this kind of stuff. When they type in the Microsoft Teams, type in 2 seconds, we rank all the 70 tickets, right, based on their preference. What's your skill set, right? Everything you're teaching human to do, in 2-3 seconds, shrink into the 2-3 seconds, give you the ticket. VC3 bought like 290 licenses, right? Within the Evolve Med Society has been using this for 2 years. We also have the 4 or 5 people technician company. Like, should I hire a dispatcher? I cannot afford it. Should I let people dispatch for themselves? Cherry picking. This perfectly solved that one, right? And once you get done, your new technician onboarding training is I already configured your which service board, which ticket, what's your skill set, everything. Yesterday, your job every day, come up, type NT, 2 seconds, do that ticket, click here, go make it happen. 30 minutes later, 3 hours later, whatever. Once they finish, type NT again. That's the easiest training ever. You cannot get simpler than that. NT, do the job, NT, and we have the monitoring system, right? How many times they tapped NT? How many times they bypass this one? How many times? And also, I forgot, there's a rejection button. If they don't like it, they say, no, this algorithm is wrong. I should not get this ticket. They reject it and send you a message instantly. You can polish these rules, then get it done, right? So all of this stuff, right? So this is what I say when all these years, in my peer group, my own company, and working with the people, automation is hard. Right? Everybody knows how important automation or die, AI or die. I don't think anybody disagree with it. But when it's come to actually doing it, how many people successful did it? Few, right? Unfortunately, right? I'm pretty sure you guys discussed the automation so many times already, right? Typically, how you do it, you gotta have the mindset, right? Hopefully this one gave whatever the tools, whatever the software you're using, focus on automation. This is the world we're gonna be, right? Process, and process. You cannot get a good process, good luck, not gonna happen. Dedicated resource. I have so many, we have one Australian client I talked to, there were 30 people. They hired 3 automation engineer. I'm like, you're freaking crazy. And guess what? What's their net profit, right? So this is a Jensen Huang, right? NVIDIA is like in the future, or near future, IT team is the HR of AI agent for every company, right? So your automation is recruiting the automated agent do the human's job, right? So if you don't have that building, to say your automation agent, you just do everything manually, the traditional way, when other people can do the same job 1,000 times faster, better, and 1,000 times cheaper, where are you, right? So all this kind of like a use community, and it's not gonna be set it and forget it. If it's easy, everybody would have done it, and then it has no much value, right? So early stage adoption always takes time. So yeah, that's pretty much my spiel, a little bit much, yeah.
So we spend a lot of time with C-level in our team. It
Yes.
sounds like a lot of what you were talking about in that last slide would complement if we've got a process that's documented and we're working towards that this is a good complement to that.
Absolutely, trust me, we have a lot of C-level clients. That's something we're focused on. They did a very good job to build the process, but you still need to, you tell the manager, says, hey, this is an awesome process, go deploy it. Half of the time, they're like, oh, this is awesome. Then I got too busy, I'll do it next quarter. Half the time, like, oh man, that's another, you think my life is easy? Execution. But yes, that's something we're definitely working on that. Any other questions?
Are you going to share the slide deck, first of all?
Sure, yeah, it's transparent, yeah.
And I think I know the answer, but I want to ask the question anyway. When you were giving some examples of some of the AI processes and what they could look for on tickets, one of the things was like almost like a checklist where it said, did you remember to put the
Next step.
no, not just the next, the agreement on the ticket?
Yes.
Is it smart enough that you can teach it when the agreement would not be on the ticket, so it wouldn't be an automatic of you forgot this? Because there are times, like in our system, where we do want to remove the agreement from work that's outside. Can we build something like that, and so it's not an automatic yes, no?
Not right now, and coming in April. As the AI today, like I said, right? I look at AI as this very smart. Again, right? You got this MIT graduate student graduated yesterday, and waiting to work for your company for $100 a month, right? Awesome. Can that person do this job? They probably need some training. That makes sense? So if the question here is a process, can you write down in a process is in what situation this one is not, if you cannot train that MIT guy, I cannot help you. So it needs to be someone in writing, needs some kind of process. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So what's your SOP? What's your criteria? If the agreement include this, but this ticket include this, and that one, then remove the agreement. We actually can take the action directly for you. Initially, we said, hey, this one, I think, like an MIT kid, right? Gonna say, I think this one you probably should not include it. Do you agree? You're like, yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll remove it for you. Then once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 100 times. Sometimes I think I should remove it. No. Let me explain. You should not remove it, this one. That's called machine learning. It's no different than the human learning. But that's the AI framework we're building, enable you to do those ones. So initially, you can do a certain amount. We would love to get to, we typically say, before we don't want to take action, we just send you a message, like the intern, right? Don't do it, just tell me what you think. Then I'll approve it or I'll do it. Then slowly you say, hey, you know what? I approve it, you do it. Eventually, like, you're good, you're 99% there. Just do it, don't bother me. That's how you train the MIT kids, that's how we train the AI.
Heather had a question.
I just have a question, and maybe I missed it. Is anybody currently using them? You are.
We tried.
You tried.
I've been chasing you. I've been chasing your team
Yeah,
for.
I know.
It's
Well,
got
we
no
tried.
response.
We wanted to work with the Halo, it's just not where it's at.
Yeah, Halo is a little bit, you know.
We used it for a couple of years.
You used it
Yes.
no longer?
No, so we ended up going back to Bright Gauge because it was packaged in.
It's free. I cannot compete with free.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
and then, yeah.
And are you
Sure.
currently using it?
Well, we have a lot of free people move over, but hey, it's a different business decision.
Yeah.
You got here's the thing, right? You got situations that you only use the BI part. As you heard my journey,
Right.
BI is a gateway, the step one to understand the problem. Real power is action, but we never get there.
So we're using it, but like
Which company?
Leadway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, we have
So
so many
we're-
clients. I don't do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I haven't really used it.
I know.
So I asked our service manager to send me some notes just
Yeah.
to share with the group. So he said there's lots of dashboards and widgets and it's easy to start. Support is very responsive and knowledgeable, very easy to assign permissions to different roles in the company, and easy to assign assets, home pages, reports, and it's flexible. And so his cons were mostly formatting stuff, so I sent you those, but nothing,
Awesome.
nothing serious.
Yeah, our challenge is people have like formatting, right? Some people like I want 2-digit, I want 3-digit, I want percentage, I want dollar, I want
Yeah.
pounds. So ends up we're trying to balance this super flexible
Yeah.
and super easy to use.
And probably some of his cons, he just doesn't know how to do it. So I
You got the guy here.
yeah, I
That's
just
me.
sent them. I sent them.
Client
to you,
success
yeah.
manager.
Yeah.
Yes, please do, because that's really got to this one, right? All the great design, you gotta invest time. I wish, right, if I can wave a magic wand, you know, to make it happen, I would do that. Then I'm probably gonna charge you $8,000 a month, and you will be happy to pay me. It's right. We're not there yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I think we're gonna look at the agents once we get everything
So,
kind of set
what kind
up.
of package you guys sign up?
It'll be mainly we're just using the dashboards.
So the dashboard, so we have a different version. The Pro is included everything,
Okay.
next ticket, the bots, everything. So the sentiment analysis, we already mature. We'll
Okay.
roll out to all the Pro users first.
Okay.
So once Pro user get it, then the next roll up will be all our client. But then the AI triage, because it does use the server, I just ordered 3 server today for all the AI game, right? So all of those AI triage, you know, phone system detection, everything,
Okay.
that will be the paid or, you know, we're still.
Yeah, we're gonna look at it. We might have to upgrade our package or whatever.
Yeah, so, but
We'll look
it's
at it.
coming, you know, in the next, the test, the sentiment, we did a fine tuning. You know, we have a client that used to use Roost, so they just called OpenAI, but the accuracy is roughly about 70-80. So that's why the lack of the reinforced learning, right? Again, you cannot just say OpenAI, what do you think? OpenAI is that exactly like that, the super smart kid, right? It knows some general knowledge. Based on general knowledge, I think this guy is pissed off, which is correct.
Yeah.
But it's more pissed off about the product, Microsoft, not pissed off about your team. So you want of course, they opening the ticket, some shit went wrong, right? Otherwise, they won't open the ticket. So that's the fine tuning we try to get to. So yeah, please send it over there.
All right, good job.
What's your pricing model?
So we price match Bright Gauge if you are, unless you're 0, which we can't. Then we are cheaper, or for the BI side, cheaper or same price. Then we charge the per user for the bots, right? $50 per technician. Chasing them, say, hey, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you made that mistake. And the next ticket, we also is charged per user. Number of the users, we have a volume discount, right? Depends on how many users. And we also have an all-inclusive package. Everything we have, that's what we call a pro bundle. So bundle everything, so you have unlimited BI, unlimited data set, unlimited service. Perfect.
So about how big is your library of bots, templates?
The bots side, I think it's about add everything together, 100 some, I don't know.
It's massive.
Yeah.
100 something sounds about right, depending
Yeah.
on integration.
And also people build a lot of their own. Because we supported anything on the dashboard, you can just like click next. So, because it just scan basically just that dashboard we generated by ourselves, right? So just like, hey, monitoring that data, is it red? Oh yeah, it's red, send a message. That's simple logic.
Yeah.
And you can customize the message, whatever you want. So,
Excellent. We're at time. Anybody have a real burning question they have to ask? Okay, can you pull up the slide for the demo, please?
okay.
Okay, if you guys want to do a demo with these guys, do that, okay? Take a minute, fill out the survey. Everyone needs to fill out a survey before you can have a break. So take a minute to fill out the survey. First of all, let's give them a hand.
Thank you. I'll send it back to you, so
Yeah,
you
send me
can
the deck.
forward
I'll
to
post it.
everybody.
They'll give you the survey, and then in your deck, send me this. Well, this will be done.
This will be in the deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you guys are interested to do a demo with Daniel, be awesome. I love what you're saying. I wish I owned an MSP. So it makes me want to go back
Buy in?
and buy an MSP.
Hey, we're looking for the investors. If somebody want to come in. Thank you very much. And we'll be here next couple of days, right? So in November